And Super Saiyan God Blue or Super Saiyan Blue or whatever the Super Saiyan Rose, I don't give a bro. May as well be Super Saiyan Joke on my stroke nuts, because I'm stroking my super hard and I'm eventually going to ejaculate all over your dog transformation. Okay, people say this transformation is goated. I haven't seen it do shit. It's worse than Super Saiyan 3, and people hated on Super Saiyan 3 like no other. When they had the blinders finally taken off of how cool the transformation initially was, people were so quick to mention, it didn't accomplish anything in the plot. It was a wasted transformation. Okay, bro, what about Super Saiyan Blue? This shit has done nothing. It didn't even do anything in the movie it was featured. It reminds me of Ultra Ego. A pointless but marketable transformation that also only changed the hair color. It feels like an attempt at a cash grab for kids that didn't grow up with Super Saiyan. Toei realized that there's a lot of kids that didn't get to grow up with Super Saiyan being their first transformation exposed to them, so they're like, let's try to recreate the Super Saiyan transformation with Super Saiyan God. And it's like, oh no, we need another movie to field test to see if Dragon Ball is still popular, and if we're gonna make a new movie, we need another transformation to show off, otherwise the movie's gonna feel useless. So here's Super Saiyan Blue, and we'll call it Super Saiyan God 2. But really it's just, we're coloring his hair blue. Like, what the fuck? What? I'm getting flatulence because of how stupid this is. Goku acts like a kid the entire time. The only time he is forced to confront the plot is when the plot directly confronts him. He's only interested in training, and it's not even in a like clever way. Like, he's not training for a purpose. He says ever since his fight with Majin Buu, he needs to get endlessly stronger, so he's shadowboxing in fields. They're literally drilling in the 2 character traits that they think that Goku represents, which is his desire to get stronger always and being a dunce, and that's it. He's just a 2-note character. He starts the series that way. Well, technically at the very beginning, they trick you. They make you think for like a quarter of an episode that he's gonna be more than that he's actually gonna be a good father. You see him out farming with Goten until it's explained in a stereotypical Chi-Chi is angry Asian lady flashback that she just wants him to be making money, and that his only role right now is to make money, and then once he's done making money, he can go do other Goku obligation, which is train. They're only giving Chi-Chi 1 character trait, and that's of course her desire to raise a normal family in spite of the fact that she married Goku. Honestly, it's kind of tired at this point. Been seeing it for 300 episodes. Would like to see something new come out of Chi-Chi, but I guess we just can't have none of that going on in Super. It's all she is now, too. She has no loving side. So she comes up and nags him to go get money, and then that's like his mission. His one-track mind is like, I want to go get money so that Chi-Chi will get off my back. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. If we had a moment where Goku had to find a big windfall of money, all of a sudden he had to like explore different ways to do that, that would be interesting. And if you're thinking the same thing I was, Goten even suggests it.
There are ways you can make decent money, Dad. You know, like if you did the kind of stuff Mr. Satan does.
Maybe, but I like being out here where I can sneak in a little training at least.
Oh yeah, a little bit of training, like shadow boxing in fields. But instead it just kind of shows up on his lap as per Hercule. And then once he gets his money, he's like, okay, now Chi-Chi's off my back. I am going to go train because that is what I'm going to go. Like, what what about your kid? You were just farming with him. What the don't you care about Goten at all? It is interesting. I'll give Dragon Ball Super some credit here, okay? It's interesting to see Dragon Ball presented in these downtime moments. Okay, if anything, Dragon Ball could probably use more of these moments, but they don't really matter if you're never doing anything to explore your characters or grow them in any way, shape, or form. If all you're doing is presenting slice-of-life moments where the characters are shown in their most monotone, bland, this is the character, this is their trait, look at them being them. Like, it's just boring at a certain point. So it just becomes a montage. You may as well just, like, not even have them interact or talk. Like, let's not forget the last time they tried this was with Gohan Goes to High School, and that wasn't received too well. I'm not saying that Dragon Ball Z can never be presented in this way. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z was presented in that way. Dragon Ball Super can be presented in that way. Dragon Ball was presented in that way. There's no reason why mediums can't grow beyond the way they were originally known. But to the extent to which it's shown in Dragon Ball Super, it always goes back to framing Goku through those 2 paradigms, and there's no exception to it. And it is tropey. It is exhausting, actually, to see Goku only ever be those 2 traits when the plot wants to develop him. And it can't even do that. Because whoever's writing Dragon Ball Super these days just doesn't want Goku to be anything more than a device to imprint a stereotypical protagonist that is marketable and likable and universally accepted and is always humble and is a certain amalgamation of traits rather than an actual character. He likes to train, so he's always going to be obtaining new forms, which is very nice for marketing. He's a very humble character. He's very dumb, so it's very hard to ever put him in egotistical situations that make him unlikable. And he's just like this stupid idiot that can never really do anything wrong, and that you always have the sort of underdog opinion of, because he's constantly shown outside of fights in those positions. I'm sick of having sympathy for Goku. Bring back the Goku that I was kind of afraid of, or that I was kind of on the edge of my seat for. Bring back the cunning and stalwart man that Goku was. Bring back Kakarot. Yo, another issue with Super is they are fiends for copyright, so subscribe and actually check out my Patreon. I've never plugged this before, but if you like what I do, actually, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck a Patreon. Just become a channel member and subscribe, and I'll love you probably forever. Thank you very much. Have a great day.